Hey guys, it's YoBudMan here, back with another video, and today, for my 1000 subscriber special, once again, thank you all very much. If you haven't seen the recent update video, then I recommend seeing that first. But anyways, today, you'll be seeing something a little bit similar to my 100 subscriber special. So, I'm sure most of you remember my Minecraft animation series, The 7 Days, and I know a lot of you guys liked it. And one fan in particular, aka Dark1saac, or Kirby the Amazing at the time, decided to actually interview me all about the 7 days, and also about my channel in general. So yeah, in this interview, you'll be learning all about stuff such as, what inspired me to make the 7 days, what the whole process was, and basically anything you ever wanted to know about the 7 days. However, if there is a question you have that wasn't answered in this interview, then I do suggest leaving it in the comments and I'll reply to it and answer your question as soon as possible. Also keep in mind that at some points during this interview, there are a few lines of text that you may have to pause the video to read, and that text will inform you of things such as, things that I forgot to include as part of my answer that I had just remembered later on while editing. So yeah, I just thought I'd warn you all about that, so you wouldn't be confused. Alright now, enjoy.
Well, I don't know. This is an interview.
Yes, it is.
But, okay. No, basically there are 4 things I want to go over.
Okay.
Before we start asking questions.
Alright.
Which basically the first thing is that I have questions both about your channel as a whole as well as the 7 days. This does focus around the 7 days. But
Okay.
I have questions about the channel as well.
Alright, good to know.
And also, this is mainly to the viewers, but I want you to hear this too.
Okay.
Me and YoBudMan have known each other for a while. We get along fine, and we have projects together, but I'm actually going to treat this like a legitimate interview, and I actually am going to take this seriously. And
Okay.
These are genuine questions that I want genuine answers to, and I may or may not have a project coming soon, cough sound effect.
Alright.
And I also made sure I didn't pick out questions that were, really personal or uncomfortable to answer, but, when/if you don't want to answer a question, you can just say pass, and we will move on without any sort of acknowledgement, and you can cut out of your video.
Okay.
So I have 7 questions that aren't about the 7 days first.
Oh wow, what a coincidence. 7 and 7.
Yes. I have a strong feeling that half of these you're going to say pass to.
Alright.
I'm going to go with the flow. How would you describe your channel as it is now?
Well, my channel is basically a gaming channel, slash some unboxing videos. So, yeah, currently sometimes it gets kind of repetitive with the Let's Plays and stuff. I still think it's kind of good because each part is different, in its own way. But, yeah, sometimes there are some special videos, like, the 7 days, that tend to get more views, or even the music disc videos.
I love feeling like a teenage journalist. When did you start doing YouTube?
I started doing YouTube. Actually, my 4-year anniversary just passed. I started on December 23rd of 2014.
There's something I did forget to.
Okay.
I forgot to get out of the way was, I know the answer to a lot of these questions. These are mainly just for the viewers.
Alright.
Alright, follow-up question to that is, why did you start doing YouTube? What made you get it?
Actually, interesting question. I started YouTube because a month before, my good friend, Test Gamer Vlogs, actually started doing YouTube, and so that's what kind of inspired me to start as well. So yeah, I just kind of took it, kind of copied off him.
Okay then.
Yeah. But yeah, so thank him for the existence of the 7 days and everything.
And we're going to get into that eventually.
Yes.
How would you say your channel has changed over the years? You just had 4 years. How would you say your channel has changed?
Wow, okay, so let's see. So first, obviously, you could hear that my voice has changed dramatically. Honestly, it was way worse before. Yeah, so I started off with just basically doing... I still do kind of the same videos. I do walkthroughs and Let's Plays, but I kind of, edit them more seriously. I kind of... before, I just used to leave, all the fails in. Now I kind of like to take them out and just cut to the part where I succeed in the mission, or whatever it may be. So yeah, you may see more jump cuts in, future videos. And also, I usually come up with, more series ideas as, time goes by, like the 7 days, or even, other things. I don't have anything really in mind right now, but, yes, that's a thing as well.
So the last question before we get into the 7 days, which was, do you see yourself having a lot of viewers and a bigger audience in the future on YouTube?
Yes, definitely, for sure.
Okay. We have a good handful of questions about the 7 days now.
All right, let's jump right in.
Once again, I know the answer to most of these, but I want the viewers to hear it coming from you.
All right.
What inspired you to make the 7 days?
Well, originally, Kirby, All right, so the 7 days is actually a story that like I made up quite a while back, and yeah, it originally had 4 parts, right? It had 4 like chapters or whatever you'd want to call it, and then Endermat happened where he wanted to have his own character into it. Shout out to you. And so then I wanted to explore his character a little bit more, so I kind of had to create more episodes. So I created 3 more, and so it went to episode 7.
Enderman, that sort of reminds me of the next question, which is, where did the idea of each character come from?
Alright, so you want me to go through all 14 characters?
Okay, maybe pick like the most important 5 or something.
Well, Steve, I just wanted to be like the average adolescent child, like where he doesn't really have much going on in his life, and then all of a sudden all these things start just like coming into his life, and he doesn't even know like what to do. All right, so we got Joe. So Joe, a guy named Joe. So Joe, I wanted to have obviously an evil character. So I like the idea of like fantasy villains like wizards and stuff. So that's kind of why I chose him to be like that. All right, so we got Matthew, and which is Endermat's character, and that character, some of it was thought up by me, but most of it was him. Like he wanted it, like he was the creator of that character. But as the series kind of went on, I kind of put more personality traits into him. Like for example, like how he was and used to be like an Enderman back then, and how he got to where he is now. Like he never gave up like on his journey. He never quit. He always tried to like keep his life happy. So I kind of came up with all that. We have Mike, which this is interesting. I haven't really done much with Mike's character. He's kind of like the average person that just is like the helper of Steve.
Okay.
That's actually one of the reasons I killed him off, because like I felt like he and Matthew were kind of like the same character in a way, both like helping Steve, both like pretending to work against Joe. So I felt that one of them had to like kind of go. I didn't want it to be Matthew, so I chose him. I mean, he died in the original story too, but yes. All right, Jordan, the no good chicken stealing thief. Yes.
Yeah,
What?
That whole idea confuses me. Stealing and throwing chickens?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, he's based off of a real person, as all of them are. And, actually, that was supposed to be it, that one episode. I know I said it was going to be 4, like, before, but I just, what I wanted to do for 100 subscribers was just, like, have, like, this one funny animation of, like, Jordan throwing the chicken and stuff, but I felt like that wasn't enough, so I just combined my story with that. And that's how Jordan kind of got into the story. But yes, he likes to throw chicken. I mean, I'm not sure how much more I can say about him. He likes to cause trouble, and yes, now he is as good as dead.
Okay. All right. Guess we'll leave that one off there.
I wasn't even thinking when I first started the series, so yeah, that's how he got into the series. I wanted it to be something funny, so.
Just throwing around chickens is pretty amusing to me personally.
Yes, as it is to everyone.
What was/is your favorite part of the 7 days?
My favorite part of making it, or my favorite part of like the series?
I guess we can go with both.
Okay, my favorite part of making it was definitely not the editing. Trust me, guys, do not use Windows Movie Maker for this kind of stuff. I'd say my favorite part would be like actually building the things, like building some of the sets. Obviously, I didn't build some of the sets, like Joe's castle. Obviously, that would have taken forever. But like I'd say, I built that whole elemental Zarm, or the zoo and farm where Matthew lived in episode 4. Yeah, I built that like all myself, and yeah, I really enjoyed that. Like kind of like dividing all the animals in different spots, like throughout the place, and giving it like their own elemental look. Like you got the fire for the skeletal horses and the ice for the polar bears. If you saw that brief little clip in episode 4, you can see that. And oh yes, the part 2 was what was my favorite part in the 7 days. I would say definitely the fight in episode 7. Yeah, I had that like planned out how it was gonna be like edited and laid out from a long time ago. So yes, that's definitely my favorite part of the 7 days.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was pretty damn cool.
Like from like Joe versus Mike, and then you see Metal Man versus the Wither, and then Steve facing all the Wither skeletons.
What would you say the theme or overall message of the 7 days is?
Wow. Well, I don't really think there's any message. I mean, I guess the message is, I mean, I guess you can take this from like Matthew or whatever. Just don't give up on life. There's always like something good you're gonna find. It may not be like what he went through. You may not have to like find a place to live, but yeah, just anything you're going through, you got to keep trying.
Yes. If you ever run into a situation like that, please do the right thing.
Oh, and don't follow a guy named Joe. It will never turn out well.
Oh, yeah,
If someone comes, if a stranger talks to you, do not follow him.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say I feel like these two questions are gonna have the same answer.
Okay, let's go for it.
What episode was the hardest to make? And the follow-up question is, what episode was the most fun to make?
Okay, well, the hardest to make definitely was episode 6. That was for sure the hardest to make because, as you know, there was a barbecue going on at Steve's place, and for that scene, I had to get like a bunch of villagers to like stay in place, like for the shot. Yeah, that was like probably the hardest thing. I had to take like a week just to film all the barbecue scenes because of how much the villagers moved. I had to get like the perfect shot. All right, so oh yes, and also as for episode 6, there was the spider scene with Frank, Mike fighting the spiders.
Oh yeah.
So and controlling the spiders were really hard. I mean, in general, all the animals and the NPCs, if you will, they were all like hard to get them to do what you want. Like even the Wither skeletons from episode 7. I'm sure you saw the behind the scenes where they kept on like killing me. So yeah, that was the thing.
I expected you to say episode 7, but when you put it like that, yeah, episode 6 sounds pretty damn hard.
Well, episode 7 was definitely second. So the most fun to film was episode 2. The reason behind that was because, as you know, I had just finished episode 1. I had put the to be continued thing, and at that point I was like really, really excited to get on with episode 2 because everyone really liked it. Everyone really liked episode 1. So like I really wanted to do episode 2. The problem with that though was in Minecraft there was 2 new mashup packs. I don't know if you know what those are. That came out that basically I had to find the music discs to each of them, and so I had like trouble finding like some of the music discs in them. So episode 2 actually had to be delayed for another 3 months. I uploaded an episode every 3 months, so like it had to be delayed until like it was April, I think, and the first episode was up in November. So so once I finally finished finding those discs, I was like really hyped to get the second episode started. And yeah, even like the actual disc hunt in that episode itself was fun, just like walking around and like going around Steve's property and going to all the locations. And yeah.
I'm actually really interested about this question. Is there anything that was taken out of this? Is there anything that was taken out of the series, like characters or scenes or settings or anything like that?
Wow. Okay, let me think about this. There wasn't that much. I mean, I've had ideas like that I've written down. There's a lot of actually, I think this was an idea. I can tell you some of the ideas that I've had. Mike, instead of like a drink area that you saw in episode 2, I think I originally had him that he was like working in a weapon factory. So I think that was a thing, and I think that was pretty much like it. Like if anything, I added more things instead of taking them away.
These questions are next to useless at this point because I think we've made it pretty clear. Actually, I'm not sure. Well, first question is, was it difficult to make the 7 days? And the adaptation of that is, what was the hardest part about making the 7 days?
Yes, it was hard to make the 7 days. As you guys know, as we talked about the filming part, we talked about how all the different animals and all the creatures were hard to get them to do what you want at the right time, so that took a little bit long when it came to filming. And also for editing, Windows Movie Maker, once again, do not use. There was a whole bunch of like incidents where it kept on like getting corrupted, so I had to like restart from like the last point where I saved and stuff like that. And sometimes it wouldn't even export, so I had to like chop it down into pieces and export all the pieces and put them all together in a later project. So yeah, I'm definitely, if season 2 ever happens, or even a spin-off, then I will have to get a new editing software. And the follow-up was what?
Follow-up was, what was the hardest part about making the 7 days? But I'm going to assume it was the editing.
Yes, it was, definitely.
another question that pretty much answered that one. We already went over, but what was the 7 days recorded and then edited on?
Alright, well, 7 days. All of the footage of the 7 days was recorded on a Elgato Game Capture HD with a Elgato capture card, obviously, and it was edited on Windows Movie Maker. Oh yes, and the voices. The voices was done on Windows Sound Recorder with a Blue Yeti microphone. Your lines when I just kind of put my phone up to the microphone and then I played your lines in there. Yeah.
On Skype, you can just send voice recording, so it's pretty easy to do that.
Yes.
Slightly similar question, I guess. Did you ever consider having more people to do voice acting?
I did not. If there's anything I've learned throughout my life, it's if you want something done right, you have to do it yourself. So,
Yep.
yeah. I remember,
I learned that the hard way.
I remember you, like, when you first asked, and you were just, you were, like, literally on your knees asking me to do your character's voice. And so, yeah, I was like,
to play a character.
So, like, I was just like, okay, Kirby the... I was just like, okay, Kirby the Amazing, if you want to voice Ian, you can voice him. But, I mean, it would be good to get more voices, though, other than just mine. I definitely would like to keep the voice of Joe, Matthew, and Steve. Steve's mother could definitely use an improvement. I think we all agree on that.
Yeah, I think the mom is the only problem.
Yeah.
But, like, I still think you've done a really good job of making each character stand out.
Yeah, I would say that as well.
Okay, this is actually technically the last question about the 7 days.
Really?
But, like, it's still, like...
That went by fast.
Yeah, it really did. We still have a few questions left, and all of them are going to be a pass.
All right.
We'll see. You briefly went over this a minute ago. Do you have plans to make another series like the 7 days, and would you consider doing an adaptation of 7 days, like a prequel or a sequel or a spin-off?
Well, I definitely do want to do a season 2 of the 7 days at some point, like in the far future somewhere, like maybe not next year, maybe not even 2 years from now, but definitely at some point. I do want to continue doing something like this. I don't know if it'll be like a whole new thing, like with new characters and everything. I'd prefer to keep it like with these characters, and maybe if there's like a spin-off or something like of Joe, we can see like all his siblings as like young people, and like even new characters like the mother and the father, like Joe's parents. And let's see, yeah, I guess I'd probably be aiming to do a season 2. I actually have some ideas written down. Like, I shouldn't be telling you guys this, but I would like for Paul to be the main villain. That villain Paul that was briefly introduced back in episode 4. We didn't get to explore his character that much, so I'd like him to be a villain. I think he'd be pretty cool as one.
Okay, yeah, that'd be pretty cool, actually. Alright, so that's pretty much done about questions with the process of the 7 days. We don't have many questions left. There was a lot of questions, but I guess some were easier to answer than others. Where do you think your channel would be without the 7 days?
Well, it'd probably be like I would have probably had like a little bit like a little less subscribers than I do now, but I don't think it would have honestly made much of a difference. Everyone, like about 80%, is subscribed for the music disc videos, so I don't think it'd be that much of a difference, but a little bit of a difference. And also, my channel wouldn't have a really good series for people to watch. It'd just have gaming videos.
But the music disc videos always get such high views.
Yeah, I know. Like the first one I posted now it has like 48K. Yeah, I remember back when I posted that I had like 27 subs. So yes, I definitely I wouldn't have even probably been able to start because I did it when I had 100 subs. But yeah, I probably couldn't have even started it without without my channel being boosted from the music disc videos.
Okay, I'm really happy to work with these answers, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it because I want to. I do plan to make like a big video about the 7 days annual Budman based off mainly this interview, but basically I'm gonna be reviewing the entire thing. I'm gonna be doing a brief summary of the whole thing, and I'm gonna be covering pretty much every aspect of the 7 days in one video. So yeah.
Cool.
4 questions left.
All right.
I only see you answering 2 of them.
All right. All right, fine.
This one's an easy one. Are you proud of what you've made?
Yes.
Are you proud of the 7 days?
Yes, extremely.
What it became. If you answered any different, I would have been mad at you.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm not proud at all.
Somewhat a follow-up. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the overall finished project that was the 7 days?
All right, well, I mean, I'd probably go with a 9 out of 10, just because there was a few things that I might have, like, missed while editing. There was a few, like, errors where, like, yeah, I wasn't satisfied with that, really, so... Yeah, but overall, like, the story and everything, that'd be a 10.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Alright, I don't know if you have a legitimate answer to this question, but I feel like this is just a good one to end off on of what are your plans for your channel as well as future series moving forward?
Alright, well, obviously as Let's Plays and walkthroughs start to end, I'm going to be doing new games to do those on. And also, I do plan on actually doing something that may or may not boost the channel a little bit. There's this new thing on Minecraft. Well, it's not really new, but yeah, there's a whole bunch of these like adventure maps that you can download, and there's like animals and new like enemies that people make. And so I thought like if I did reviews on those, like maybe some more people would start to subscribe and stuff.
I have not even heard of that, but I would definitely check in to watch that.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all the questions I have.
Okay, any final comments or anything?
Okay, well, although this is going on your channel, I just want to say thank you for agreeing to do this interview, and thank you for answering them honestly, and I am actually really excited to get working on my project, because I can already see parts that I will take out. Basically, it's going to be sort of like a Michael McCrone video, but less scumbag.
So what is your project?
It's a documentary type video. It's gonna be one video, and basically, I want to go over, like, I didn't make the 7 days, but after this interview, I sort of just gonna go over what the process was using clips of this interview, and I will, go over what the 7 days actually was, and I will be giving a review over the entire thing as well. All right, subscribe to my channel. Keep it rigid.
Alright guys, so that was basically the entire interview with Dark1saac. I hope a lot of your questions you might have had about the 7 days were answered, but if not, once again, make sure you leave any of your own questions down in the comments so that I can answer them. So for the last time, thanks to all of my subscribers for helping me reach 1,000. I'll try to make a lot of cool new videos for you guys, and make sure to check out Dark1saac's video about the 7 days once he uploads it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this interview. I hope you like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.